Hey guys, Ken with Provectus Group here at the NRA Annual Meet 2018 in Dallas. Currently here at the Apex Tactical booth. I've got Scott here with me. We're going to tell you everything you need to know about their barrel.
So basically, our Apex grade 9mm barrels for the Smith & Wesson M&Ps, they're what we consider to be the most accurate pistol barrel for M&Ps on the market. Our barrel it does require some fittings. We have a semi-drop-in barrel in this case. You need to fit the barrel hood length, basically back here. You need to fit sometimes the top of the muzzle section, and then the bottom of the locking geometry. Fitting those things to your gun will make the lockup more consistent and generally drive better accuracy. But where Apex's Apex grade barrel really shines is in the locking geometry. We shifted the locking geometry forward so the barrel slides back further before it drops out of battery, and I can demonstrate that with a frame here. So I have one of our barrels installed in the frame here. So if you notice, I can pull the slide back. I have to go about that far before the barrel drops. It pulls out of the lockup, which means it's dropping out of here. When the barrel's dropped out of lockup, you can kind of hear it wiggling and jiggling around. While it's locked up, there's no movement, it's quiet. So the idea is that the barrel itself stays locked up longer while the bolt leaves the bore. And that's where accuracy comes from. In our case, some of our semi-drop-in barrels and our gunsmith fit barrels, we've been able to achieve sub-half-inch groups at 50 yards out of a ransom rest with our barrel. In the gun, not out of a vise, in the actual firearm with the slide cycling as it's supposed to. Extreme accuracy beyond what we've seen with anything else.
Yeah, so that was, I come from the Glock world, right? I'm new to M&Ps, I love them. But in the Glock world, you can go and buy match-grade barrels, almost anywhere. I mean, there's probably 15 different manufacturers that are pretty popular.
Something like that.
You know, but the thing is these barrels, a couple $100, some of them closer to 300. It comes in the mail, you drop it in the gun, we go to the range and we shoot. And we're looking for that vast decrease in our groups and all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna be honest with you, most of the time there's not any difference. And I think that what's happening is we're just justifying that $275 purchase. So we're like, it's a good barrel.
I think in some cases it becomes a confusing motion for progress.
Sure.
It's just hey, look, this is a different barrel. Accuracy in a gun, when your sights are mounted to your slide, your barrel is fit to your slide. Though when those are all in alignment, you have your accuracy. When the barrel comes out of lockup, you lose accuracy. So when you have slop front to back, which is built in from the factory because there has to be some for manufacturing guns, you're not going to have as much consistency and you're not going to have the accuracy. So in general, a direct drop-in barrel isn't going to be as accurate as a fitted or fittable barrel.
Absolutely.
So you lose some of that there.
And I can tell you from my own personal experience, you know, I was like everybody else when I was talking to Paul. He's like, hey, listen, it's a semi-drop-in barrel. You're going to have to like fit it to the gun, fit it to the slide, fit it to the frame. I was a little intimidated, right? But he also said, hey, go on our YouTube and there is a step-by-step video. And I'm going to tell you something. I put the Apex flat trigger in first in that 5-inch M&P. I put the barrel in second, and it took me 4 times as long to put this in. This was easy, and this is what I was afraid of. But if you watch the video and follow it step by step, it's going to guide you there. And I will tell you this, it is a very immediate reduction in my groups. So, I mean, it's extremely apparent is what I'm saying. I'm not having to look. We do have a gun vise now, a pistol vise, and we've already done some testing, and what you're saying is very accurate. So they do work. The biggest thing is this, guys, and it's not to knock on anybody. This is just more of an educational video so that you understand where the accuracy is actually coming from. So if you're like me and like hundreds of thousands of others that have bought the drop-in barrel and didn't really get the results you were looking for, maybe you should try something like this Apex grade barrel from Apex Tactical. It is a semi-drop-in, and you guys also have a gunsmith version too, right?
Yeah, there's a bit more meat on the bottom for fitting.
All right, so a bit more meat, but I've used this one. I've got over 6,500 rounds, and it's perfectly fine. So do yourself a favor, check them out. These barrels are phenomenal. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you next time.